Now, Virginia, the state, as I mentioned, that I'm from, has 123 different languages being spoken other than English. Now, the Census Bureau, this is statistics that are from languages that are being spoken at home. So it is in the home, but they are languages other than English. And you can see just by California alone, it's a lot of different languages being spoken. So with statistics like these, it's easy to see why the country is growing more divided and how some politicians use such issues selfishly for their own benefit at the harm of the country as a whole. Margaret Thatcher said, "Why in the world anyone in America is allowing another language other than English to be his first, I don't know. English is spoken in more countries than any other language in the world." I mean, here's a little chart that shows, I mean, you can see English on the end there, up to like 115 different countries. You know, the closest is around 35 is the closest other one that is being spoken. So many articles, books cover this topic. Many influential people have been and are pushing this law to pass. Former President Ronald Reagan wrote, this is a letter to U.S. English that he wrote, "By emphasizing the importance of a common language, we safeguard a proud legacy and help to ensure that America's future will be as great as her past." Another former president, Theodore Roosevelt, drafted this wartime appeal in September 1917 in regards to the importance of having English language as the official language of the United States of America. "We must have but one flag. We must also have but one language. That must be the language of the Declaration of Independence, of Washington's farewell address, of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address speech, and his second inaugural speech. We cannot tolerate any attempts to oppose or supplant the language and culture that has come down to us from the buildings of the Republican with the language and culture of any European country. The greatness of this nation depends on a swift assimilation of the aliens she welcomes to her shores. Any force which attempts to retard this assimilating process is a force hostile to the highest intent of this country. Whatever may have been our judgment in normal times, we are convinced that today our most dangerous foe is the foreign language, press, and every similar agency such as German-American Alliance, which holds the alien to his former association and through them to his former alliance. We call upon all loyal, unadulterated Americans to man the trenches against enemies within the gates. This country cannot continue to grow, become stronger, and to remain as the leader in this free world if we do not even understand each other. It is like trying to coach a football team for the Super Bowl, but you have a field of players on there and no one on the team speaks the same language. Yeah, the team may get lucky occasionally, but they are going to get killed. The players will not be able to understand each other, so they will not be able to run the same plays. They will not know what's going on. So instead they'll all be running their own plays. This is a recipe for disaster, as a sure loss on the field and for our country. The people of America need to unite against political correctness to save this country and pass a law making English the official language of America. Without this law on the books, the USA will continue to become weak and divided as a country. In a world where English is the language of success, it is inconceivable that it is not even the official language of the USA. The country needs to stop bending over backwards to please everyone. Stop trying to make up for all the past and move into the future together as a people. Moreover, if people want to come to live in this great country, in this world, as the greatest country in the world, then they need to come and live as Americans and to speak English. When in Rome, do as the Romans. Thank you very much. Good night, Mr. McKnight. Thank you.